This is Winnie. And I'm Jake. Welcome to Modern Fellows. In this video, Winnie and I will review Away's pet carrier and see if it's worth the high cost. One of the first things I had to do as new pet owner was decide what kind of pet carrier I should buy to transport my furry little friend home. It was a tough decision for me, as I haven't had a pet in a very long time. There are a ton of options for portable pet crates and carriers and harnesses out there to review. I went down this huge rabbit hole. To make a long story short, I wound up choosing the Away pet carrier. A disclaimer before I jump in. This video is a review based on my experience with the Away pet carrier. I can't vouch for the appropriateness or safety of this or any other pet carrier, and this is not designed to be an instructional video. Let's take a step back and review Away Travel's story. Away is the Warby Parker of travel. Steph, Corey, and Jen Rubio founded Away Travel in 2016 with the goal of offering affordable luxury travel gear direct to consumers, just like Warby Parker does with eyeglasses. One of the reasons why I was attracted to Away in the first place was because I was already a happy customer. I own the Away Expandable Bigger Carry-On, which is one of the company's first forays into soft-sided luggage. My suitcase is really thoughtfully designed, and it's much better than my previous models made by Victorinox and Travel Pro. So I looked to Away for a pet carrier because I was confident that they had put some thought into the materials, design, and craftsmanship. As I began my research for a travel dog crate, I had a few criteria. First is that the carrier had to be safe to transport my dog in the car. Second is that the carrier should conform to airline standards so that I could take the dog on future plane trips. Third is that the carrier should be thoughtfully designed and sturdy. And fourth, ideally the carrier should be affordable, or at the very least not outrageously expensive. Here's how Away's pet carrier fared based on those criteria. The Away pet carrier meets Federal Aviation Administration requirements for air travel, and it features a strap on the exterior that can secure the bag to your luggage. One of the biggest draws for me was that the Away pet carrier is crash test certified by the Center for Pet Safety. The Away pet carrier received a 5-star crash test rating from CPS based on a test conducted in January 2020. As expected, the pet carrier shined when it came to thoughtful design and useful details. The exterior and the lining of the carrier are both water resistant, which makes cleanup easy. That said, I did compare this to other options, and hardshell carriers are likely even easier to wipe down. The latches that fasten the Away pet carrier to the car seatbelt are sturdy and secure easily. And Away includes 2 thoughtfully designed pockets on the carrier. The side pocket has a waterproof lining and drainage holes, which can accommodate a collapsible water bowl. The biggest knock on the Away pet carrier is that it's relatively expensive. The carrier costs $225, which is definitely a lot of money to spend on a suitcase for a dog. That said, the Away pet carrier isn't as outrageously expensive as some other options out there. In particular, the Away pet carrier is competitively priced when you compare it to the very few pet carriers that are certified by the Center for Pet Safety. Other models can run from $399 or more. So having done all this research and ordered the pet carrier, I set out for a 3-hour drive to pick up Winnie, my new puppy. When I arrived, she was waiting outside and shivering a little bit. I'd read all these dog trainer books that advise letting dogs walk into the carrier by themselves for the first time. You can place treats in there to get them used to their new surroundings, and I was all primed to do that. But she was so cold that I decided to unzip the top mesh opening, and I just placed her gently into the carrier, myself from the top. She went in willingly, and she seemed to like the soft Sherpa bedding that was inside. Securing the pet carrier to the car turned out to be fairly straightforward, but I do wish that Away would post video instructions so that I knew what I was doing was right. I had to rely on the sparse written instructions that were included with the package, and my own experience installing several child car seats over the years. So Winnie wound up sleeping for most of what turned out to be more than a 5-hour drive back home. The carrier held up real well over the drive home. We continue to keep Away's pet carrier out at home so she can continue to get used to it, and I've loaded her up in the car to go on short drives so she gets used to being in the car as well. She loves snuggling into Away's den-like exterior, and she really likes to rub her face in the Sherpa bedding. This is perhaps not as high praise as you might think, given that she'll pass out just about anywhere, in her wire crate, on the floor, on the rug, in our backyard, definitely on your lap. Ultimately, the safety, versatility, and design of Away's pet carrier swayed me, in spite of the steep price. The fact that it was one of the few carriers certified by the Center for Pet Safety, combined with its thoughtful, made-for-air travel design and looks, made it the best choice for me. Winnie totally agrees.